Hello everyone, my name is Pawan Kalyan. I am from Guntur district, Andhra Pradesh. I completed my graduation in BTech Mechanical Engineering from Andhra Laila Institute of Engineering and Technology, Vijayawada, in the year 2019. After the completion of my studies, once I came out of the college, I realized that there is much and more rapid growth in the field of IT sector or software sector rather than what I had studied related to hardware field. So since I am from non-technical background, it is not easy to get job in IT sector. So one of my friends suggested that there is a company named Evision Technoserve Private Limited, which is an IT recruitment and consulting company, in which they will teach you the skills and requirements for the IT company, what what they look for the candidate. So I decided to join in that company. So I joined in that company immediately for the duration of 45 days. There I learned about there I learned from basics to advanced. There I learned about what is networking, what are different types of network, different networking devices, networking media, networking protocols like TCP, UDP, HTTP, STTP, FTP, etc. And what is virtualization, types of virtualization, how a virtual machine is created, and also how hypervisor plays an important role in creating the virtual machine, and what are the advantages and disadvantages of virtualization, what is basic cloud computing, etc. These topics were being covered by Roshan sir in the first week, and then in the second week I learned about Windows administration by Rahul Das sir. Sir taught us about what is Windows operating system, how it can be installed using bootable pen drive, and also how to share the file or transfer the file using the FTP protocol from one subsystem to the another system, and also what is domain, how to create the domain, what are the differences between domain and workgroup, how to connect the domain to the workgroup, and also I learned about what is Active Directory, what is ADDS, Active Directory Domain Services, and how to connect from server to the client. So these topics were being covered by Rahul Dasar in that way, and I also learned about what is Microsoft Outlook and how it is different from the Gmail, what are its advantages and why it is used in most of the organizations, etc. These topics were being covered in that section. And also I learned about how to troubleshoot the black screen of error death, and also how to troubleshoot when the system hangs. These topics were being covered. And in the third week I learned about CCNA routing and switching, and also I learned about static routing and dynamic routing by Bevishit sir, and I also learned about how to connect different networking devices like router to switch, switch to server, server to PC, and how cables can be connected, how it can be configured using different commands, and also learned about I learned about subnetting, how to know the subnetting using the IP addresses, subnet address, first valid host address, network last valid host address, broadcast address, and what are the difference between IP4 and IP6 addresses. These topics were being covered by Vipshit sir, and also I learnt about PAT configuration, NAT configuration, about VPN, inter VLAN configuration using multi-layer switch. These topics were being covered. And in the final week I learnt about how real-time experience would be there in IT company by Tarun sir. He taught us how to resolve the customer queries if someone gets an error in their system, how to troubleshoot it, and also learnt about ITIL topic, how ITIL plays an important role in the growth of an organization, and how by ITIL we will come to know the infrastructure of any IT company, how team management works in that company. So these topics were being covered. So almost I learned every topic, whatever they had covered, and whatever the IT company looks for the candidate. So I am pretty confident that I am assured that I am ready to face an real-time interview now. And also, I would like to thank each and every faculty, those who taught me in learning these things. So, thank you, one and all. Thank you.